Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So here I have another 10 pens currently inked for this week. I think let's go through these briefly one by one. We'll go through them in a little bit more detail and then we'll do a writing sample. So from left to right we have a Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2022 edition prototype. We have a Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2024. We have a Cypress Ravishing-A. We have a Montblanc Writer's Edition, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. We have a Montblanc LePetit Prince Aviator Solitaire Doué. We have a Ryan Krusac Legend 16 in the Koi. We have a Montblanc, and this is the Karl the Great, or Karl the Great. We have a Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest. We have a Gilbert House Pens Grey Boxed Elder Burl, and we have a Visconti Empire. So I think let's look at these pens in a little bit more detail here. We've got this beautiful Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, and this is the 2022 edition prototype. And I remember saying to Feng how much I loathed or hated that I missed out on this one, and that he then commented that he had one left in this second prototype and it was mine if I wanted it, and eventually, yes, I did pick it up. This is a beautiful pen. I really do like the green on this. I think it's very Christmassy, not only with the green diffusion bonded acrylic, but also with the lovely sort of scroll pattern here of the ivy there as well. And I just think it's a beautiful pen. If I unscrew the cap, you'll see there it's got a number 7 size 18 karat gold Onoto medium nib. It is a cartridge converter pen, and you can post that cap if you wish. I don't normally post my cap, so I don't post this one. It's a decent size in my hand. I can still write with it. I typically only post short pens, and this is not what I would classify as a short pen. So I have that one inked up with me again this week. I have also the Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2024 edition with the sterling silver overlay cap, which also has this sort of green and little red dot enamel going on here. Red for the berries and green for the ivy or the holly. I really do like this. It's got this cranberry red sort of body here and underlay. I just love this pen. I think it's a work of art. I think Onoto are really coming out with some great pens. It's got a number 7 size Onoto 18 karat gold medium nib there. Again, a cartridge converter pen. Yes, and I can post that cap. It is quite back weighted, so again, although I like the weight, I just don't post that cap, but it is a cartridge converter. I just love how this pen writes. So I have that one inked up with me this week as well. Another pen I have inked up is a pen that I actually bought from Dr. Joe Vitolo. He was selling it, and I liked the pattern on it, so I said, well, yeah, I will buy this. There were a few pens that I actually said to Dr. Joe before that I'd allow somebody else to buy it. If it didn't sell, then I would buy it. They all sold. I think it was 3 or 4 pens. So this one I just said, you know what, I'm buying this pen. I'm not waiting for anyone else to buy it. So I bought this pen, and I really do like, it's very much like a 1980s psychedelic type look to it. I just like the pen, and so I bought that one second hand from Joe. It did have an EF nib on here. I've replaced it with a broad nib. Again, it is a cartridge converter. You can post that cap. I just don't feel the need to post. It's still a fairly decent size in my hand, so that doesn't bother me, and I do like writing with that one. Should I have really left the extra fine nibs in there? I probably should say yes, but typically I don't like extra fine nibs, so I didn't even give them a try. I just swapped them straight out with a broad nib. Now, the next pen inked up is a Montblanc, and it's a writer's edition, and it is the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle pen, and you can see his signature here on the cap band. It really is a beautiful pen. You've got the magnifying glass, you've got the Hound of the Baskerville there, you've got this lovely mother of pearl, you've got a wood piston knob here, and this is a 4810 edition, and you've got a number 6 size 18 karat gold medium nib. It's a piston filling pen. I like this pen a lot. The cap is very weighty. You can't post that cap. It's a wood piston knob, so I wouldn't want to be trying to post that. You're probably going to snap it off if you were to do so. It's a really, really nice pen. I am a fan of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I am a fan of Sherlock Holmes, which was his main story character. And when I saw that, I just had to buy it. So I'm glad that I did buy it. And I'm glad that I also bought this one. And it's a Montblanc. It's the LePetit Prince Aviator Solitaire Doué. The body is platinum, and you've got this leather overlay here with stitching. You've got the Aviator plane. All of the indents here are from the sand dunes. You've got the planet, and you've got the little prints down here as well on the body. Beautiful, beautiful pen. It makes me want more Solitaire Doués from Montblanc. Got a number 6 size 18 karat gold medium nib there. I just love this pen to death. I really, really would like more like this, and I will be on the lookout for these. But yeah, that is a beautiful pen. Glad that I have that one in my collection. The next pen inked up is the Ryan Krusac Legend 16 Koi, and you've got this koi fish here. You've got 2 actually on that pen. You've also got Ryan Krusac logo there, and you've got 33 of 150. I absolutely love this pen. I love the two-tone wood colour effect there on the cap, and I also love the double broad nib, steel nib that I've got there on this pen. It is a Yovo nib. You can't post the cap. It's a really, really good size. It's a 16mm diameter. I'm starting to think that I'd like more 15 and 16mm diameter pens. It really is a comfortable pen for me in my hand. I can't post the cap. I don't want to. But it's a beautiful pen, and glad that I bought that from John at St John's Pens. Might have to think about picking up a few more of Ryan Krusac's pens. I now have 2, and I still want a few more. The next pen I'm also glad that I picked up is this one. It's a Montblanc. It's Karl the Great, or Karl the Great, and it's a sterling silver pen. I really do like this. It's a little bit bling in a number of ways in terms of the sterling silver, the twisted facets, but also the gold here as well. It's a piston filling pen, has a number 6 size 18 karat gold medium nib on it. Again, I just like it. It's a little bit more weighty, not as weighty I'd say as a Solitaire perhaps. You could post that cap. You're going to be posting onto that, and you've got plastic thread, so I typically would not do so, but it's still a decent size in my hand. I can not have to post that cap. Got a little gemstone there as well. Really nice pen. Wasn't a cheap pen, but still I'm glad that I bought that pen and added it to my collection. The next pen inked up is a Visconti, and this is the Chatterley Luxuries Southwest. This is a celluloid, not a resin. The blue, the red, the black, a little bit of purple here and there. This is the same material that was in the Speakeasy from Visconti, and also the St Basil, which I have both. and I really do like that material. Uh, it's a beautiful material, and very glad that there's a little bit of a hair there, I think, on the edge of the feed. But I'm really glad, though, that Bryant at Chatterley managed to do this collaboration with Coles of London and Visconti. I got an 18 karat gold medium number 6 size nib there. It is a Powervac. It's a single reservoir pen, but I do like writing with that pen. It's a Homo sapiens shape and size, and it just feels right for me. The next pen inked up is the Gilbert House pens, and this is the grey Box Elder Burl. And I just love these hybrid resin and wood materials that you can buy, and a number of pen makers or custom pen makers will turn these into a pen. And this one is from Brad at Gilbert House Pens. I really like this grey. I've got a broad steel nib here, Yovo nib, and I just love it. It's a cartridge converter pen. It's a decent length, decent sort of width, slight concave section there. Just feels comfortable to write with. Cartridge converter, and I love that colour and that match there of the grey resin and the black. It just worked out really nicely. So when I saw that on Brad's table at the London Pen Show in March this year, I just had to go and buy it. And then the last pen inked up is the Visconti Empire, and again, this is a sterling silver vermeil overlay. You got a decent clip there as well, but this is a beautiful pen. I like this translucent resin that you've got there with a slight pattern going through it. I always wanted a sterling silver overlay. This is a gold plated vermeil, but I actually like this one better now. And it's got a number 6 size older 18 karat gold fine nib on it, but this nib just is beautiful. I just absolutely love how this nib writes. It is a Powervac. It's a double reservoir. You've got an ink window on it as well. You could post the cap, but I just worry about cracking the cap there, so I don't normally post that cap. But this is a wonderful pen, so I have that one inked up again this week. So there you have it. That's my 10 pens currently inked for this week. I think let's now go and do a writing sample. So the first pen inked up this week is the Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2022 edition, and it's a prototype. So we will do an ink swatch here. And people ask me why did I stop buying Viscontis? I've not actually stopped buying Viscontis. I just, a lot of the new Viscontis, I do like the look of them. I'm just not willing to pay the price since prices have increased. I like the Onotos. They use the same nib same nib manufacturer, bulk, and I find that they write just as wet as the Visconti nibs. So, and I just find that there's a lot more variation in terms of sort of pen colours and material and design. So this is the Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2022 edition, and it's a prototype, and it's a medium, and it's an 18 karat gold nib, and the ink in here is a Diamine Apple Glory. But that is I think a perfect match in heaven with the ink colour to the pen colour. The next pen inked up is the Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2024 edition. So we'll do an ink swatch here. And I am kicking myself not buying another bottle of Diamine Ho Ho Ho. I will do that soon. I don't want that one to run out. To be honest, I could put Diamine Poppy Red in here, or Diamine Wild Strawberry even, Diamine Passion Red. There's lots of reds that I could put in here. I just like Ho 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 being mixed with a Christmas pen. It just sounds like a match made in heaven. So this is the Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Cowl 2024, and it's a medium, and it's an 18 karat gold nib again. And the ink in here, as I mentioned, is Diamine Ho Ho Ho. But I just think that's a perfect match for a Charles Dickens Christmas Cowl story. The next pen inked up is the Cypress Ravishing-A. So we'll do an ink swatch. Now, I was going to try and ink this up with a purple ink and maybe a mauve. And I thought, actually, you know what? I've not actually written with this ink for some time. So this is the Cypress Ravishing, and it's the A model. There was a B, there was I think a C and a D, and I've got a broad Yovo steel nib on this pen. It was originally bought with an extra fine nib by Dr. Joe Vitolo. I'm not into extra fine, so I swapped it out with a broad Yovo nib instead. The ink in here is Diamine Amaranth, and I do think it's actually a fairly good match for that pen, although I probably could do some pinks or purples or mauves in that pen, and it would be just as nice. The next pen inked up is the Montblanc Writer's Edition, and this is the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So we'll do an ink swatch here. And I prefer lighter brown inks, but I figured this one needed a darker brown. So this is the Montblanc Writer's Edition Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And it is the, it's called the, I think it's the 1902 edition. And it's a medium 18 karat gold nib, but I do love how this one writes. And the ink in here is Montblanc Toffee Brown. It really is a nice lubricated ink. I think it writes really well with the with Montblanc nibs. The next pen inked up is the Montblanc, and this is the LePetit Prince Aviator Solitaire Doué. So we'll do an ink swatch. Now, I didn't ink this up with a Montblanc ink, but I do love how this ink and nib write. So it's a Montblanc LePetit Prince Aviator Solitaire, and I'm just going to abbreviate it to that. It's a medium, and it's an 18 karat gold nib, otherwise I'm going to run out of space. And then the ink in here is KWZ Nuki Brown, which is a nice brown ink. I'd say it's more of a chestnutty coloured brown, a little bit like maybe Pilot Washizuku Sakushi, although that's horse's tail, but still chestnutty in colour, I would say. The next pen inked up is the Ryan Krusac Legend 16 in the Koi. So we'll do an ink swatch. Now this is a fat nib, but I love it. It's the Ryan Krusac Legend 16 in the Koi in a double broad fat. still Yovo nib. And the ink in here is Diamine. And I was surprised at how this came out in this colour. But Diamine, Tobacco, Sunburst. But I do like that, and I have actually bought... I only had one... It's a Les Gibson guitar ink from Diamine, and I only bought a 30ml because I didn't think I was going to like it. So I'm already about half... I've probably gone through 15 millilitres of that. So I've actually bought an 80ml and another 30ml of that as well, because I am using that quite a lot. The next pen inked up is the Montblanc, and this is the Karl the Great, or Karl the Great. So we'll do an ink swatch. And I do find that this is a nice writing pen. I probably will change out the ink though in here and put something else in. This is the Montblanc Karl the Great, or Karl the Gross, Karl the Great, and it's a medium, and it's an 18 cat gold nib, and then the ink in here is Montblanc Spiderweb Grey. It's an okay ink. I think honestly it's probably a really good match, but I don't know. I just think maybe a lighter grey ink or a light grey ink would be nice. The next pen inked up is the Visconti, and this is the Chatterley Luxuries Southwest. So we'll do an ink swatch here. And this is a pen that I do like writing with. I love the celluloid on this. So this is a Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest, and it's a medium, and it's the newer 18 cat gold nib from Visconti, and the ink in here is Diamine Poppy Red. I think that is the ink that I pretty much have inked that up with. I might have put Wild Strawberry in there at one point. Actually, no, I definitely put Montblanc, and I'm trying to think what it is. Corn Poppy Red. That was an ink that I used to put in there, but I have been putting more so Diamine Poppy Red in the pen. The next pen inked up is the Gilbert House pens, and this is a grey box Elder Burl. So we'll do an ink swatch, and I love this pen, and I love how the nib writes. So this is the Gilbert House pens, and it's the grey box Elder Burl, and it's a broad, and it's a still Yovo nib, but I love how it writes. And the ink in here is Diamine Earl Grey. But that really is a nice colour ink. And then the last pen inked up is the Visconti Empire. So we will do an ink swatch on this as well. And this nib also writes very, very beautifully. It's got a slight bounce to it. It's a wet nib. I just love it. So this is the Visconti Empire. It's a fine nib. I think it's bordering on medium. And it's the older 18 cat gold nib. And the ink in here is Visconti turquoise, but I am loving that pairing. I really just do think it's a perfect match. So I think let's take a look at these pens inked up one more time. We have an Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2022 edition prototype in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with Diamine Diamine Apple Glory. We have an Onoto Charles Dickens Christmas Carol 2024 edition in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with Diamine Ho Ho Ho. We have a Cypress Ravishing-A in a broad steel nib inked up with Diamine Amaranth. We have a Montblanc Writer's Edition Sir Arthur Conan Doyle 1902 edition in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with Montblanc Toffee Brown. We have a Montblanc LePetit Prince Aviator Solitaire Doué in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with KWZ Nuki Brown. We have a Ryan Krusac Legend 16 in the Koi in a double broad steel nib inked up with Diamine Tobacco Sunburst. We have a Montblanc and this is Karl the Great or Karl de Grosse in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with Montblanc Spiderweb Grey. We have a Visconti Chatterley Luxuries Southwest in a medium 18 karat gold nib inked up with Diamine Poppy Red. We have a Gilbert House Pens Grey Box Elder Burl in a broad steel nib inked up with Diamine Earl Grey. And then we have a Visconti Empire in a fine 18 karat gold nib inked up with Visconti Turquoise. So there you have it. That's my 10 pens currently inked for this week. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.